you for these grandkids, Spirit. Thank you for these grandkids.
My fabulous grandkids.
My fabulous
What else?
fabulous grandkids.
Thank you for this space, Spirit. Thank you for this space.
Thank you for this space, Spirit. Thank you for this space.
This welcoming space.
This welcoming
These don't even need lyrics.
space.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm saying thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's do this for real now. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This healing day.
This healing day.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends.
Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends.
My wonderful friends.
My wonderful friends.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm saying thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, everyone, go ahead and say hello to your neighbors. Hello to everyone who's tuning in online. Thank you for being with us today. There's some people on the other side of the room you'd like to say hello to. All right, come on back. We're going to keep being grateful. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for my life.
Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life.
My love, fill my love, fill my love, fill life. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This beautiful day.
It's beautiful, it's beautiful day.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm saying thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Welcome everyone to Celebrate Sunday at VTC. Mr. Carl Rosling on piano. Let's give him a hand. And Mr. Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. And of course the VTC Community Choir in the seats. So go ahead, sit down and give yourselves a hand. All right. Welcome one and all to Celebrate Sunday. So before I go on, I would love to ask, and I'm so looking forward to what's about to happen, is anyone new here on a Sunday at VTC? Look at all these hands. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so we have Donna, who has been at Elevate. Yeah, so you've been at Elevate. We're here on Sunday. We have Maggie, who's here for the first time. We have Michelle, who's here for the first time. We have Isla, who's here for the first time. And wait, was there someone else on this side of the room? Caitlin, okay, so first-ish. First with, is it your sister? First with your sister. Okay, all right, fantastic. All right, so those are all the names. Okay, so let's welcome these beautiful souls the way that we do at VTC. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Let's give them a hand. Thank you for being with us today. So we come together every Celebrate Sunday, every Elevate Wednesday, and a whole bunch of other times in between to basically do one thing and one thing only. And that is to remember that love is all there is. Love can go by many different names. Some people call it spirit, source, energy, creativity. Some people call it God. We call it God here sometimes. But here we really like to talk about it as love because that's something that most people can relate to. And if not love, then energy, consciousness. And when we talk about how there's only one thing going on and we call it love, that means that everyone and everything is love. Right, Trudy? Everyone and everything. Right, Kathy? Yeah. And so that means that Barb, that Michelle, that everyone tuning in online right now or at another time, everyone and everything, the sun outside, the stars, the sky, nature, the words coming out of my mouth, everything is love. And so because there's only one thing going on, everyone and everything is that, it means that we are the ones who are expressing as that love. And we are the ones who get to decide how much of that love we are expressing at any given moment. So it comes down to personal responsibility. We create our reality. We create our life experience according to how we open up our hearts and how we use our minds. So we're here to remind ourselves to do that more consciously, with more awareness, doing it on purpose by design, not just kind of being carried around with the flow of life, right? So how does that sound on a Celebrate Sunday here at VTC? Yeah? Fantastic. Look at that. It's like you guys are in the bleachers back there. That's how many people we have today. Amazing. So let's also remember where it is that we are doing this celebrating of the love that we truly are. We are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at what is near and dear to the Esquimalt nation peoples, community, family, and people. And isn't that what's happening right here, right now? This is community that is building. This is community that is becoming a chosen family for members of this community and people who choose to show up on a regular basis. And that community, that family, is made up of all of these amazing, unique, individualized expressions of love, of God, of creativity, of spirit, of source, whatever you want to call it. And so all of this right here, right now, is love more fully expressing. And so if we take a look at this phrase on the Esquimalt Nation's website as well, determining the relationships between the land, water, and resources, the community, and the spiritual path, this is what we do every single time we come together. This is what we do every single time we remember and honor that we are pure essential love. We are stewarding that spirit. We are stewarding that love by being it, by giving it, by receiving it, by amplifying it so that more and more and more of the world can feel the love we truly are. So what a blessing it is to be able to do so right here on these lands that have been stewarded so reverentially, to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create together. All right, so we're going to sing our reflective tune by Amy Steinberg. And we've sung this one all month. We've sung it before. It's called Holy Light. I invite you to sing along if you wish, or just to close your eyes and turn within, and just allow yourself to drop in to the stillness, to the depths, to the essence of your being as we remember who and what we are.
I
Just settling into the stillness of this moment. Allowing the melodies and harmonies to activate the very depths of our soul, the very beingness of who and what we are. Allowing the love and the light that we are at our core to glimmer, shimmer, and shine more fully as we pay our full attention in this and all now moments to the truth of our being. Knowing that consciousness is all there is, that love is the only thing going on, and so that everyone and everything is pure love expressing, including our time together today. And so as we lean into every single now moment, living with the certainty that love is our true nature, there is nothing that we cannot do. And so there is an open invitation on the table right here, right now, to further embody, to further embrace, to be the love that we truly are, to be the light expressing as perfect health, strength and love, as beauty, every moment of every day. And so as we consciously choose to focus on the love and light of our being, we amplify that love and light in our community and the world. So knowing that right here, right now is the perfect time to choose love, to choose light, I release my word as law, knowing that this is exactly what's happening. So in gratitude and celebration, in reverence for all that is holy and good, I release, I let go, I trust, and I know, as together we affirm, and so it is. I am strength and love. I am strength and love. I am strength and Our theme for the month, which is compound interest. Switching mics. Compound interest, and there's an affirmation that we've been leaning into all month. And actually, I'm going to invite everyone to stand. We're going to declare this. And again, you don't need to declare this with like yelling it from the top of the rooftops kind of thing, but I invite you to stand with confidence firmly on the ground, like be where you are, and just take a look at this affirmation and open up to whatever it is that is stirring within you. Okay? And then we're just going to take a deep breath and we're going to declare it together. I live in alignment with divine circulation, knowing and appreciating that every investment in wholeness yields infinite return. All right, nicely done. Go ahead and sit down. So now is an opportunity for people, 1, 2, maybe 3 short shares, for people to offer what it is that is coming up for them around this monthly theme, around this affirmation. whatever it is that is being stirred in you right now in the idea of compound interest, or even what it means to live in alignment with divine circulation. Barb is at the ready. All right, here we go. Thank you, Barb.
Just to get us started. I have learned, and this is really true for me, and I was talking about it with Glenn after church one Sunday. It's about tithing, which is an investment that is quite amazing. And I was further keened on the subject of tithing by the founder of this church, whose name escapes me because Emma Smiley, I apologize. She wrote a little book, and in it she emphasized very strongly the value of tithing. And I have always known this, and I have always tithed. But the thing that I'm really conscious of, when I tithe, it comes back to me heaped up, shaken down, and filled to overflowing. I heartily recommend.
Heaped up, shaken down, and overflowing. Actually, I'm going to ask you to fill to overflowing. I'm going to ask you to hold the mic, just so that there's no feedback between my mic and your mic. Yeah. And so, thank you. And if someone wasn't here last Sunday, then I invite you to watch the talk from last Sunday, because there was a little bit about tithing in that Sunday talk. Debbie in the back there. Come on up, Debbie.
I was in bed an hour ago, I confess. I was having coffee, though. Lesia said a couple of weeks ago that really helped me. Tithing is not just about giving to your church, it's about giving to everybody, everything, whether it's money or non-money. And I just had a shift with that, I had a shift. I've always been generous, but it's just like, it's just a giving thing. We're tithing, you're tithing 10% and someone comes back, or 5% and it's coming back. But there's a difference there of just giving, which is tithing too, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. She's great.
Thank you very much for that share, Debbie. Yeah, giving. That's something that really, that's the energy, that's the vibration of giving, being generous of spirit. And not necessarily here, although we say thank you if it is here, but to someone who inspires you, to an organization that inspires you, a community that inspires you. Just to give, to be generous. Mahoney.
Hey, this is Glenn. Debbie, are you saying you are for giving? I think you're in. That's it. That's the message right there.
Was that it?
That's, yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
That's
Thank
Helen Below's thing.
Okay.
Gail.
Very shortly, sometimes we can just be silent in our giving. I shared last week that my late husband and I were witness to people having dinner where we were, and they were arguing. So Norman and I just quietly closed our eyes and concentrated on peace and them smiling. And by the time the first course was out, they were smiling at each other. So, we can give in ways that we sometimes don't even think. And our consciousness is one of the greatest gifts we can put forward.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. I mean, to me, I'm hearing resonance, vibration. The more that we focus on peace and positive, uplifting things, then the more that happens in those around us. Thank you very much, Gail. Thank you, everyone, for those wonderful shares. All right. So now I'm going to put this down, and we're going to move along to the feature tune, which I'm going to ask Kelby to introduce.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So the feature tune today is the last song that George and Ira Gershwin wrote together, or really the last song that George wrote. Ira added the lyric a short time later. But to me it speaks to the idea of compound interest in where you put your energy. Those two had spent a lifetime of investing energy and love and creative understanding in their work, but also the song speaks about a relationship. And when you invest in love in whatever you're doing, maybe like Gail was just saying, you can be generous in all sorts of ways, monetary, mindful, smiling, all sorts of things. And that reaps heaps, overflowing benefits in your life. So we hope you enjoy Our Love is Here to Stay. It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. Here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. Just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but Carl Rusing on the piano. Carl Rusing.
And Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. Kelby McNair. Thank you, gentlemen. That was lovely. You can go ahead and sit down if you wish. Okay, so I think when I got up here last week, I was sharing that I was feeling a little tired because the week was so super full. Just go, 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 go from like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the entire weekend. Last Saturday, there was a 9D breathwork journey in the morning, a forgiveness class in the afternoon, and there was just so much going on. Every single moment was accounted for, and there was serious amounts of lack of sleep happening. This weekend was different because there was no forgiveness class this week, and there was no 9D breathwork yesterday morning. And so even though there were errands and things to catch up on that Glenn and I did together, there was also a lot more spaciousness in this weekend. And what that actually allowed me to do was to do some reflecting. And not sort of like consciously reflect, but because there was this spaciousness, this time, this expanse, then it just kind of came up. And one of the things that really, really hit home for me, or that was just so right there in the front of my face, was all the similarities and all the correlations between the different things that I have going on right now, especially with the classes that I'm involved in. So I mentioned that Glenn and I are doing this Atomic Habits class on Monday nights, Quantum Habits, which is using the book Atomic Habits. And then I'm teaching the forgiveness class on Saturdays, and so that's the Book of Forgiving by Desmond Tutu and his daughter Mpo Tutu. And then Glenn and I also just started a year-long program that is all about money and the nervous system, and how we really need to get into the body if we really want to affect any kind of change in our lives. And so as I'm sort of opening up to all the stuff that's been happening, all the stuff that we're involved in, and really, again, just feeling such appreciation and so honored to be able to be sort of the shepherdess, if you will, for the forgiveness class on Saturdays, because there is such profound transformation that is happening in that class, and beyond anything that I expected when that topic sort of first started bubbling up and poking and nudging and saying, hey, let's do a class on this. And so over the last 6 weeks, with this pause that we had yesterday, we have 2 left coming up, it really has been extraordinary to see these shifts and transformations in people as they do the work. Now, one of the things that came up last Saturday, and I talked about it a bit on Sunday, was that I knew, because I was one of those people, that not everybody was going to be current with the practices and with the homework and with the reading. And I wanted everyone to know that that's okay, because the process takes as long as it takes, right? Like, we can't rush it. Like, we can't rush any kind of our spiritual growth or evolution or transformation. It happens as we allow it to happen, right? And so I'm just sitting with this, just feeling so grateful to be part of this process, this experience, and then really recognizing that the transformation, which is one of the 4 pillars on our new values compass here at VTC, the transformation has so much more to do with being than it does with doing. And that came up in this program that we're taking on Relaxed Money with Kate Northrup. Her whole thing that she talks about is be, do, have. In order to do the things you want to do, to have the things that you want to have, it's not about doing more. You gotta be the type of person. You gotta be who and what you truly are. And then that opens you up to attracting opportunity, experiences, the resources you require to do the stuff you wanna do, the good work in the world, so that you can have an amazing life along with those people around you that are near and dear to you. So I was really, really opening up to transformation and knowing, which is another of the 4 pillars on our values compass. And our 2 statements that go along with those 2 pillars, for transformation, it's we consciously experience the infinite potentiality of our being. And as a reminder, this came from the community, okay? This isn't me sitting here going, I think this is what the community is about. This is wisdom and insight that came from the community when we did our 2 visioning sessions last fall. So transformation, we consciously experience the infinite potentiality of our being. And knowing, we live with the certainty that love is our true nature. Now, for those of you who are interested in quantum physics, this might butt up against a little bit of that, because the whole point of that is to live in the uncertainty and the mystery and the question. What I want to say, though, is in order to live in the uncertainty and the mystery and the question, if you really want to hang out in there, you got to be sure of who and what you are. You know, even if you don't know every single aspect of it, to be able to go out into that unknown and navigate it, you know, with some ease maybe, at least not, you know, trepidation or fear, you gotta be certain of who and what you are. And here at VTC, what came up in our community is that we live with the certainty that love is our true nature. So it always comes back to love. So for me, what was coming up this morning as I was opening up to what wants to be shared today, it really came down to the consciousness of being. And so that's the title of my talk today, the consciousness of being. And when I talked about consciousness last year, shortly after I came back from the affiliated New Thought Network conference at Unity Village, then I was really taken by this one phrase that kept coming up there, which is consciousness is everything. And for me, that totally lands. Like, I love that. It's just so expansive. It's so big. It's so all-encompassing. It's this amazing blanket statement that just says, like, this is all there is. This is the only thing that's happening. That's big C consciousness, okay? And then there's a smaller C consciousness, which is all about awareness. If we don't realize that we're all of that, then that's when hanging out in the mystery, in the question, in the uncertainty can feel terrifying, or at the very least confusing and bewildering. Okay? So here, even though we want to maybe hang out and like learn new things and be bigger and have a better life, it doesn't start with do, more. It starts off with, who am I? Like really anchoring ourselves in, this is who and what I am. This is what I know myself to be. And here we talk about love. We talk about living life lovingly. That goes back to Emma Smiley days, like half a century and more, right? So in the book of Forgiving, Desmond Tutu and his daughter Mpo Tutu write, when I develop a mindset of forgiveness rather than a mindset of grievance, I don't just forgive a particular act, I become a more forgiving person. And so for me, this harkens back to James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, where he's asking at the very beginning, what kind of person do you want to be? You know, who do you want to become? And so for us, one of the things that came up way at the beginning of the course was, are we the kind of people that eat dinner at the dinner table? Like, it was such a simple thing, right? Like, to not sit down in front of the TV on the couch with just, you know, like our bowls and plates in our laps, whatever, and paying more attention and relating more to the TV rather than to each other or to the food that we were eating. And so it was such a small thing, but it was a conscious choice that informed every single other choice that came after that. And so since then, for the past month and a half, Glenn and I have been eating dinner at the dinner table, or yesterday on the patio, because it was so nice that we got to sit outside. And it means that we get to connect more with each other. We get to connect more with the food that we have prepared, because we do cook our own food, the food that we have prepared, and allow ourselves to be nourished more fully with the love that is showing up, you know, as the food, as the conversation that we're having, as the beings that are relating to each other. And that feels so good, right? Now, it also goes to what the Tutus are saying here, which is about embracing and practicing being a forgiving person rather than just, I forgive this thing that happened. It's becoming more aligned with our true nature. So when I develop a mindset of forgiveness rather than a mindset of grievance, I don't just forgive a particular act, I become a more forgiving person. With a grievance mindset, I look at the world and see everything that is wrong. When I have a forgiveness mindset, I start to see the world not through grievance, but through gratitude. In other words, I look at the world and start to see what is right. When you look at things differently, things begin to look different. Not because they've changed, because you've changed, right? And it's not even so much that you've changed inherently who you are, you're making a conscious choice to show up as more of who and what you are. And because you make that conscious choice, then you start to see the love and light and beauty and harmony and infinite potentiality in everyone and everything around you. And that's pretty cool. They don't necessarily change their behavior, what they're saying, what they're doing, experiences, politics, the wars, whatever. It's not necessarily the thing, the circumstance that's changing. It's you and how you respond to it and how you view it and maybe the lenses that you're discarding or at the very least cleaning so that you can look at the world through clearer eyes and vision, right? Consistent spirit-led choices and actions, Consistent spirit-led choices and actions appreciate and expand in every aspect of life. Home, relationships, health, wealth, creative expression, and how we serve. every single moment we are at opportunity. Every single moment we are choosing. A lot of times we're choosing unconsciously, but we can choose more consciously because every single moment we are at a crossroads. We get to choose to show up as the love, as the infinite creativity, as the boundless, limitless imagination that we truly are, and live life as that. Or we get to choose to not pay attention to that and pay more attention to what's going on around us, to what someone's saying about us, to the expectations, to the roles, to the labels, to the experiences that we've had in the past that are so familiar that we just sort of keep regurgitating the same experience again and again, maybe in a slightly different way. Every moment we are choosing. So it's up to us to choose more consciously. Back to the forgiving book. When I cultivate forgiveness in my small everyday encounters, I'm preparing for the time when a much larger act of forgiveness will be asked of me. To me, this is such an incredible reminder and call to action to be committed and consistent with our spiritual practice, with our personal growth, with the transformation that is always, always available every single moment for us to experience if only we let it, right? And so it's an ongoing thing. Just like I've talked about, you don't brush your teeth, once at the beginning of your life, find out you have no cavities, and then you never brush your teeth again. No, you brush your teeth on a regular basis, hopefully, and floss. You don't go to the gym, work out for, 8 hours one day, and then I'm good for the rest of my life. You do it several times a week on a regular basis. Same thing with our commitment to our transformation and to the knowing that love is our true nature. We got to do the work. We have to practice, practice, practice so that we can more easily show up as the love that we truly are for ourselves, our community, and our world. Back to the book of forgiving again. We change the world when we choose to create a world of forgiveness in our own hearts and minds. So again, it's not about trying to make that stuff outside of us happen. It's not trying, or change. It's not trying to do more stuff. It is about remembering who and what we are and being that, showing up as that. And as we do, then what ends up happening? What Gail was talking about in the restaurant when she and John were sitting there and they were just knowing, happiness, peace, smiling for the people that were sitting next to them. And then those people, because this was such a powerful vibration and such an affirmative prayer, it could only show up in their consciousness, which then reflected in their life experience as them enjoying dinner, hanging out, a little more, enjoyably and smiling, right? And all before the first course was served, right? Well done. So transformation starts with a conscious choice. And knowing is ongoing practice. So the more consciously we live in alignment with divine circulation, the more consistently we experience the sacred flow of giving and receiving. This is something I wrote in the newsletter yesterday. The more we live with the certainty that love is our true nature, the more we experience that love as joy, prosperity, resilience, peace, so much more. Harmony, beauty, friendship, community, expansion, learning, fun, playfulness, everything that feels good and life-affirming that makes our hearts swell, all of that and more. And it's always available to us every single moment of every single day. We just got to consciously choose that. And the more consciously we do it, the more committed that we are, the easier it gets for that to be our default. So to end, this be, do, have thing that Kate Northrup talks, or James Clear asks, what kind of person do you want to become? Or the Tutus talk about embracing and practicing forgiveness as the type of person, because that's inherent, part of our nature. This is about consciously expressing more of who and what we truly are so that we can do more of what we want, are meant to, and are fully capable of doing so that we can fulfill our life's purpose. cultivate and experience more joy, prosperity, resilience, peace, harmony, beauty, artistry, love, friendship, community, whatever it is that floats your boat, whatever it is that makes your heart sing, all of that. For me, my why, my purpose, the thing that guides everything is empowering the conscious awakening of humanity so that together we can cultivate a global community founded in love. Right? Super aligned with VTC, probably why I'm here on this stage right now. But that's it for me. Like, there are times when I sort of, forget and veer off, but every time I come back to that, a global community founded in love. And so I invite you to open up. If you're not sure what your purpose is, if you're not sure what it is that you're here for, because, man, the world really is your proverbial oyster, I invite you to open up and discover what that is. Because there are gifts, there are opportunities, there are things and experiences that are moving and grooving their way in, through, and as you in only ways that they can do so in, through, and as you. Each and every one of us here is a unique, original, unrepeatable, individualized expression of that divine energetic flow that is forever in and at play. Call it love, call it energy, call it God, call it consciousness, whatever it is that works for you, you are that. And every moment you get to choose being more of that for yourself, for each other, and for our world. Thank you, and so it is. All right, time for some conscious conversation. And I invite you to move your chairs around, and I will ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. So the blessing box is going around. Please take a blessing or an affirmation for yourself. You get to keep it. Add it to your collection that is growing, or not. And so now, when we had our shares, then Debbie stood up here talking about giving. And so now, you know what? I'm not even going to ask you to give. I'm just saying thank you. So however it is that you are offering your generosity of spirit, I'm going to invite us all to place our hands on our hearts, and let's declare this generosity affirmation together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze for just a few more moments, and let us just bask in this gratitude that is appreciating. Knowing that this gratitude is always present, it never runs out, there is always, always more. And the more we find to be grateful for, well, the more we find to be grateful for. So knowing that whatever it is, however it is, that we are being generous of spirit as the love that we truly are, that all of it continues to go out into the world, to radiate, to emanate from the very depths of our souls, to heal, to prosper, to bless. What an absolute gift it is to be here now and to know, to live with the certainty that love is our true nature. So for all the love that is present, for all of the generosity that is available, for everything that is on its way, I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you, with a smile on my face and in my heart, as together we say, and so it is.
So I'm going to invite everyone to stand up, and we're going to sing Celebrate. Here we go. Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love. Celebrate my love right
It returns to me, multiplied, abundantly. Celebration, it's across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. Celebrate my gift right now. I celebrate my gift.
Celebrate my gift right now, I celebrate my gift.
Celebrate my gift right now. I celebrate my gift.
Celebrate my gift right now, I celebrate my gift. It returns to me, multiplied, abundantly.
All right, everyone, go ahead and bless your neighbor for the week. Thank you for tuning in online, everybody. Linda Kane, thanks for being with us. All right, we're going to do some more celebrating. You guys ready? Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now, I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now. I celebrate my love.
Celebrate my love right now, I celebrate my love.
It returns to me, multiplied, abundantly. Oh. All right, thank you, everyone. That's another Celebrate Sunday at VTC. Thank you for being here in person, online. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. And thank you to Carl Roosing and Kelby McNair, our musicians for today.